4 years ago, my game was just an idea floating around in my head. And 3 years ago, my game looked like this. And today, my game is finally complete and it looks like this. Now, come with me as I launch my game on 3 separate platforms. Alright, here we go. Here is Apple. Loading. Okay, here is Google Play. Publish. And here is Steam. Okay. Holy shit. Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got here. Let me take you back to where it all began. I was born a baby. No wait, sorry, too far back. I first got the idea to make my own video game back in the summer of 2019, and it was then that I started working on my game Construction Destruction. This was a level-based action roguelike with a unique take on combat, featuring a pig in a construction theme. I spent a year working on my pig game as a very small hobby, while I focused on finishing my computer science degree. I graduated a year later in 2020, ready to submit myself to the workforce. I got a nice salaried position as a software engineer. Oh right, nobody was hiring in 2020 because of the virus. So I threw my degree into the trash and went full-time indie game developer. I then spent a few more months working on my pig game, but one fateful day, I decided to take a break from that project. That was the day that I started work on my game Roll, which is now finally ready to release on mobile devices after nearly 3 straight years of development. It might not seem so significant when I say it like that, but it feels impossible to understate the gravity of this moment for me. This is the culmination of my entire professional career. So much has changed for me since this journey began. When this whole thing started, I was just an unknowing college kid without a care in the world. And now I'm 26 and a husband and a soon-to-be father. Yes, I already launched the game on Steam, but even that was 2.5 years ago, and the game never really felt complete. Day in and day out, I have dedicated myself to making Roll better and better. Yes, there were days where the familiar sight of my work screen started to make me sick. And yes, there were days where the stress and isolation made it impossible to get out of bed. And of course, there were days where I spent too much time playing Super Auto Pets and Smite. But the slow churn of progress has finally brought me to this moment. This is literally everything I have to show from the past 4 years of my life. The pressure feels suffocating. I feel like I have so much writing on this. Will I be able to afford a house for my child to grow up in? Is my game even good enough? Am I good enough? If these questions weigh on me so heavily and there's so much at stake, why am I choosing to give the game away for free with no advertisements? Well, it's not because I hate money. The whole point is for me to make money. But I think the best way to do so is to respect the time and money of my players. Nothing says waste of time like sitting through a 30-second unskippable ad for some other game, when all you really want to be doing is playing the game that you're literally playing. And nothing says waste of money like buying a game off of some marketing hype and then realizing you don't like it. I believe in my game. Not that it's for everyone, but I believe that the people who do enjoy it will have no problem paying $4 to support me and to get access to all that the game has to offer. Yes, some of the game's content is locked behind a paywall, but the version of Roll that was available on Steam for $5 just a moment ago is now available on your phone completely free. It is only new features and content that you have to pay to unlock. Ultimately, I think this approach is the most fair for the players, which I believe in turn will ultimately be best for the game and its revenue. So anyway, that's pretty much the story of how the last 4 years of my life has culminated in a free-to-play mobile game. But what even is Roll? Why should anyone care? Well, I'm glad you asked. What do you mean you didn't ask? Listen, I'm the one asking the questions that you asked, okay? Now, lucky for you, I just finished producing a brand new trailer to tell you all about Roll and why it might be worth your time to check it out. This is Roll, a minimalistic, relaxing strategy game about dice. In this game, you have 2,500 rolls of your dice to gain as many points as possible. Roll your dice to gain points, spend your points in the shop to get better dice, and repeat. The concept is incredibly simple, and yet the strategy is shockingly deep. Each time you visit the shop, you'll be greeted with a fresh set of upgrades to choose from, and it's up to you to decide which upgrades are worth buying and which ones aren't. Every shop is different, and every game you'll have brand new decisions to make and combos to discover. Will you try to upgrade one single die as much as possible, or create a nice, neat chain of multipliers? Perhaps you just try to get as many dice as possible. Roll has over 300 unique upgrades and die faces, ensuring that every game will have you exploring new strategies and synergies. Additionally, Roll offers 4 unique game modes, including a weekly mode, which introduces game-changing modifiers and guarantees there is always a new way to play. If you're looking for action, Roll is not the game for you. Roll is meant to be a relaxing and meditative experience. From the minimalistic UI to the slow, peaceful music and satisfying sound effects, everything was designed to create the perfect Zen environment. If you enjoy building an engine and watching it grow, chasing down high scores, or just need to escape from your own thoughts, then I really hope you'll enjoy my game, Roll. Now, in case I haven't made it abundantly clear at this point, Roll is available right now on Android and iOS completely free. And you can still get the full version of the game on Steam, which is on sale now for just $3.99. If you do decide to pick up the game, please do me a huge favor by leaving me a review. Thank you so much to everyone who has supported me, especially James Ockwig and all my past Patreon supporters. Thank you so much for watching, and go play Roll. Okay, love you, thanks, bye. It's pretty surreal. Well, I better get to work.